I had started my virtual coaching consulting business since 2008. And from the get-go, I did not put out my banner say I only help the Christian entrepreneurs and kingdom leaders. And, but God has a different plan. About 2012, he showed up in my kitchen on my birthday. And if you guys want to know the whole story, I can tell Tamra the link, and you guys can go to look at it, because that's a hidden page. It's only for the crazy ones can read that story. Okay, so if I cut super short, basically birthday, I took communion. That's kind of my little ritual with the Lord, and 5 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden I sensed such a strong presence behind my back. And I thought, oh, that's my husband, came downstairs to say hello. That time we live in Las Vegas. And it was so real strong, it made me turn around to about to greet my husband. And when I, turned around, and there was no body. Human body, okay? Whoa. But the presence was there. But now, as if somebody took a spray paint over my kitchen, that's the best way I can describe it, because I couldn't see anything except my elements of communion and the Bible and the coffee. And all of a sudden, the audio voice, happy birthday, Kelly. A male voice. And I kind of shocked. But then about 3 seconds, I kind of just totally knew what's going on. And I totally knew I'm in such a big trouble. I'm in huge trouble. That's what I thought right in my mind. I thought I'm in big trouble.
Oh, no.
And I thought, gee, I must be a bad girl that he had to visit me on my birthday. And I say, thank you, Father. And at the same time, the presence was so thick. I had to put my both hands on the kitchen counter to kind of still can able to stand, because my knees is not helping anymore, become kind of just shaking. Then God said, what do you want? It's just like, Father, I'm a mother of 2 children. So he just like, Father, say, hey, what do you want for birthday? Just like, happy Father. And I was like, whoa, thinking, the first thing came to my mind was like, well, a couple of days ago, we were training our kids in their toddler age, now they're in their 20th. I said, hey, thinking we just wrote a letter to you, that letter we were teaching our kids about faith. And so, the list is all the way from teddy bear to the biggest item was my own mother's salvation. The same women keep me out of the house. Wow. I want to become a Christian. And anyhow, so he said, I was thinking, why you ask? It's all on the list.
Yeah, I already gave it to you. It's like Santa, but it's Jesus. This is crazy.
Exactly. And then the Father said, oh, what do you want for birthday? And then a whole moment I say, I was thinking, Tamra, I thought, if this is the only time in my life I could answer that question, I thought, okay. I said, Lord, this is gonna sound cheesy, but since you say there is no respect in person, in the Bible, can you kind of give me that wisdom same as that you gave to my brother, King Solomon? I sense he has such a big grin on his face. And he said, well, since you ask, then you shall have it. Oh, by the way, those things that on that piece of paper, that 30-something items are also granted. Now, I know, right? Let's pause that moment. And then 3 weeks later, every single thing on that letter, including my mother's salvation, came to pass.
Wow, Jesus, that's wild.
Yeah. And then now come to the moment, say, he said, oh, after he said, those are granted. And I kind of say, here is our women's problem. Here's a women's problem. Women, what do we want? We like to help, right? Mm-hmm. So after he said, oh, everything is granted, although I haven't seen yet that moment. And now women's part come to play. Lord, can I do anything for you? Right?
That's so true. That's so true.
The moment the words came out of my mouth, I totally regret it. I said, what did I just do, right? What kind of thing, what kind of trouble I gotta get myself into, right? And then he did not stop a bit. He said, actually, there really is one thing I need you to do for me. I said, here we go. And he said, after this place, which is Vegas, you guys still have one place to go to, which we did not know we still moved, because in that 17, 18 years, we've been relocated over 3 continents. He said, you still have one place to go before you guys go home. Home means Switzerland, because my husband's Swiss.
Okay.
Then he said, after you guys go home, I'm gonna need to do that one thing for me. I say, sure, Lord. What is it? He said, I need you to feed my sheep in the marketplace. I said, whoa. The Jonah inside of me start to activate it.
Yes.
I said, listen, I think you found a wrong woman.
I'm gonna go.
This, right? And I say, listen, I have clients, but kind of half a Christian, half a non-Christian, right? I have the business is going well. So, and he said, no, let me repeat again. I need you to feed my sheep in the marketplace. I said, so I still can feed the goats. You know what I mean?
The swine, can I still feed a pig? I got a whole farm out here.
And then he was quiet for a few seconds. And as my experience walk with him, I know if he's quiet, I'm in big trouble. I said, okay, Lord, okay. I was thinking that's far away. Anyway, I still have to move one place until we go.
Yeah, you're like, it's fine. I'll do it eventually.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's later thing, it's far away.
Yeah. I'll clean my room later, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So about 7 years ago, we relocated back to Switzerland. And first year, we spent time just to help our kids to settle down. From English speaking all the way, had to learn German, French all at the same time. So
wow, yeah.
Anyway, so we got that, and then God sent me up to attend a business conference in England. And when I said he set me up, he really set me up, because after I went, and I figured that all the attendees were like podcasters. And I am like, oh, and then even worse, they are British podcasters.
Oh,
how beautiful their British accent. And then if you guys kind of now listen to my totally messed up accent, it's kind of messed up between the Chinese, Japanese, German. I mean, everything is so messy, right? Even worse. Now, here's a lesson. About 3 days before that, and I was in a very well-known online business coaches program, and he shall remain nameless. He asked me, oh, Kelly, so what is your next move? I said, because he is not a Christian. So I just said, oh, I kind of feel like I should start a podcast. And he said, oh, you mean in Chinese? I said, no, because most of my clients are in North America, right? So of course it's English. And he said, no, Kelly, don't do that to yourself. I said, what do you mean? He said, I'm American. I won't listen to your podcast. I said, why? He said, oh, come on, you're a big girl. You have a different accent. So that's 3 days before the conference, right? Now he sent me up to go to this conference, right? And so everybody was so beautiful British accent, right?
Right.
And I was sitting there, I was thinking, okay, Lord, why you sent me here? And I said, I understand networking, make friends and all that. Now, there is an American speaker, probably some of you guys know Dan Miller.
Yeah, I do. I love Dan Miller.
Yeah, here we go. So Dan was there talking about he's seeing one of the keynote speaker. After he finished, and he had 5 minutes mic time. Right? Everybody raise some hand, ask question. And then I raised my hand. I was the last one to be called. Everybody asked business question, but I asked a different one, because before I went to his Facebook page and I saw his wife, lovely Joanne Miller, say something about she was working with their granddaughter and all that. And it's a kind of, I feel it's spirit like kind of pop a question in my mind. I said, what on earth they can do this? There are 3 generations of entrepreneurs at home. And so I asked that question, how do you guys raise up 3-generational entrepreneurs? And then he had a big smile. He said, oh, I wish that more people would ask this question, right? And he said, I can do better. I would like my wife answer your question.